Welcome to Wild Trout Man, featuring the art, science, adventure, and zen experience of fly fishing. Long live cold, clean water. Long live wild trout. Please help preserve this precious natural resource, and please subscribe to support the channel. Thank you, and enjoy this episode from Wild Trout Man.
Looks like things are clearing up here a little bit. Got brighter. The rain is got slower. Just past Old Bull State Park. Old Bull Lodge. The trees are stunning. There was a stream at the Old Bull campground when I was a teenager. My cousin and I, we went getting firewood at night, and this little stream was so filled with brook trout, and just we had our flashlights shining on the fish, and the fish just they just didn't move. They just stayed there, and just so many brookies. Just amazed at the number of brookies. And the stream was so small that it would go underground. We'd walk further upstream, the stream would reappear, and that hole would be filled with more native brookies. And we kept doing that, kept going upstream, and it'd disappear, and get another hole, all these native brookies. What a magical time as a teenager to see, to experience that, the beauty of the beauty and wonder, and the really rough conditions that brook trout have to survive. You need water, you know. There's no life without water. And I just saw fishermen. There's one hardy soul out there now. So I'm not sure if this is the special regulation area of Kettle. It's probably in that area, the special reg. Catch and release. Make a quick Yui here. I want to head back to that fly fishing only area. Just check it out a little further. Oh, nice. It's fly fishing only. So this is it on Kettle right here. So this is the little town of Cross Fork. Beautiful little town. Oh, here's the road right here. So we go up to the first bridge where we camped. Really nice. All right, here's Hammersley. Boom. Wow. Okay. We're gonna go up this. Let's see where this takes us. Love this stuff. Oh, it's really shallow. Look at that. Wonderful, awesome, beautiful. Love it. Just heard some thunder. Nice little run right here. Work that. Look at the run down there. Run by the bridge. Even over here. Yeah. I won't be surprised to see a trout in that area right there. Gosh, is this actually the road? Yeah. Some cool cabins. Pretty darn rustic. Stream is off to our left. State forest land. Can do some four-wheel sledding here. Nice. Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm on the right road. It's not really too much of a road. Yeah, we're doing some stream crossing. God, it's almost like an ATV trail. But this is what we got. It's going along the stream, so let's see where it takes us. Hopefully we don't get a cloud burst and I can't come back. Wow, I'm surprised. I don't know if I'm on the right road here. Look at this, jeepers, jeepers, jeepers. Yeah, this is some tough going here. I think I'm at the end of the line. This must not be the right road. I'm going to take it back out to the main road and go up above. Did see another road above the bridge. I took the one below the bridge. I thought they both came together, but let's go back up because this is just, I can't go further. Wow, that was a little precarious just even turning around right there. I get stuck in the mud. All right, yeah, no, this is, yeah, the stream, we get some, you know, big thunderstorm coming through, the stream's gonna go up really fast. And this is the road that was above the bridge. This isn't looking a whole lot better. Oh man, it's taking me to a cell tower. Yay. Alright. Wow. That's bizarre. Okay. Interesting. Wow. Maybe access is pretty darn tough. That road was looking not something I want to try right now with the rain and the mud. Oh, you know what? I'm going to check all trails and see where I am. Yeah. Now I've been checking. I downloaded the Pennsylvania Fish Commission maps with the Class A streams. So I've been going by that. I have these maps as well. This is a great book for maps of finding locations, but you know, I don't know exactly where I am. So let's check all trails. So there's where we are, little blue dot, and I believe I was on the other road there. We'll just go back down there and check it out. So the way I came in here, right here, and then went up this road. It's not showing the stream, but across the stream, turned around, came back down, came back up this way, and just took this little trail up to here, hit a cell tower. Wow, so the plan was to come up as far as I could up to here to check it out. But wow, that was really some tough sledding there in the rain and the mud. So this, yeah, All Trails Pro is really great. It shows you where you are on the map, shows the roads. So I'll come back down and we'll see if that's where I was. Maybe I'll give it another shot. Following the All Trails map, which, God, how I love All Trails. And this is, you know, it's putting us on the road here. And we want to stay to the right here, I believe. Jeep. $342,000 on this beast. Yay. Wow. For native brookies. you guys not to do this. Wow, but it's the road. The end of the road for me. I'm not going no further. Wow. Yay. That last one was a doozy. Whoa, baby. Wasn't expecting that at all. Alright, I'm not going to cross the stream again here. That last mud hole was quite the mud hole. So we're going to park it here and do some exploring. The rain has calmed down quite a bit, so yeah, it might be time to wet a fly or two. That's as far as we went. Yeah, almost got a little more than halfway, I guess, but I'm not going up any further. Let's take a look and see what we have here. These roads along the stream just add sedimentation. When it rains, where does the mud go? Yeah, here it is, coming in. The stream's really low. The good fishing is upstream, actually quite a bit, I believe. So let's get the rain jacket on and head up. Oh, it's raining hard again. Might have to fish quick because it may get chocolate fast. Nice little run right there. Yeah, lots of stream crossings. Boy, it's pouring out. Wow. I might have to make a cast right there. Let's take a quick pick. That's looking, I knew this was going to happen. I wanted to get upstream, but that's looking so inviting. Let's make it happen. Yeehaw. Be absolutely wonderful if the rain stops, because we've got some water in the stream. It's a fine line between water and too much water, and getting out of here as well. Always best to fish upstream, so that's what we're going to do. So here's the setup. Got my lovely Hardy reel. Won that at the Stanley Cooper Trout Unlimited auction. An Orvis Superfine 8-foot 4-weight. Got that on eBay from a guy in Tokyo. I lost the butt piece, so I got a Hardy reel with some duct tape. That's a winning combo. Got a yellow humpy as my dry. Took a little bit of a beating yesterday, and that's about 2 feet down. 2 feet down, I got a hot spot beadhead pheasant tail. Picked up some nice wild browns yesterday with this combo. One native brookie, that was it. Fishing a different stream in the area. Just crouch down as you come in, take a low approach, watch what's behind you for the back cast. Gotta thread the needle. Oh, excellent cast. Oh man, nobody's taking it. Oh, there we go. Ooh. Had a hit. Second excellent cast. Oh, I thought I had something on the dropper. That might have scooped everything. And I get a third excellent cast. Oh my God. I always wanted to do that. How about that? That is just absolutely phenomenally fabulous. Fly dangling from the tree, picking up a native brookie. Sorry, little buddy. We'll get you off there in a sec. It's a wild brown. Jeepers. Man, the browns are just everywhere out here. On the dropper. Boy, I'm hoping to pick up some native brookies. Look how fat that guy is. Look at his belly. His belly is full. Well, that was a cool catch. I mean, look at this. Isn't that spectacular? Got wood, got trout. Got a log coming across, got the big old root ball dug out underneath. It's just prime habitat. But yeah, hoping to do the brookie thing here. I'm just catching one brown after another. Gorgeous, well-fed wild brown there. Three casts and got a brownie. It was just pouring out. The rain settled down there a little bit. On the hot spot pheasant tail. Got a yellow humpy as the dry. There's that beautiful brown trout there, and let's get him back in the stream. Look at that hole. Look at where he is. Look at that. Talk about a home. Man, guy's living the good life. Gorgeous, gorgeous spot. You know, the plan was to hike upstream and start fishing. I wanted to get up where there's another branch that comes in. I forget the name of it. Comes in off to the side, Wilderness Trout Stream. I wanted to hit that. I wanted to drive up as far as I could, but the road was just getting really precarious. So I had abandoned ship, and oh man, this root ball is amazing. Look at this thing. So just picking up one trout here, made the effort. Spent the weekend out here with my buddy Will, doing some, you know, native and wild trout out here in God's country, north central PA. Started to rain pretty hard. It rained a good bit of the night. It was raining pretty hard this morning. Will decided to take off. I don't blame him. You know, not many crazy souls are out here in the middle of a rainstorm. Not some Class A in the middle of nowhere. But this is my type, my thing. So one trout, everything else is ice cream after that. Got to catch a brookie though. Yeah, imperative to catch some brook trout while here. You know, the wild browns are amazing, but we need brookies as well. I got to take a photograph of this big, huge root ball here. It's amazing. Look at the artwork. Mother Nature's work of art. Man, she's amazing. Look at this little critter here, man. He's alive. He's upside down. He's like, must have been a cold day, a cold night or something for this guy. Ever lethargic. He was on land. I didn't have my camera rolling, but I was like, okay, let's just throw one right in there and see what happens. I just had one on. He was a smaller guy, but he hit the dropper. Oh, jeepers! Look at this fish! Holy God! Unbelievable! It's a brookie. Oh, magnificent brookie! Look at this brookie! Look at the size of that baby. Female. Wow! Just dropping it there where I just pulled out a brown, and he's got this guy. Let's get you in the water. Wow. Beautiful size brookie too. Got browns and brooks in the same hole there. I had a smaller guy just before this. Just for kicks, I said, let me throw it right underneath the root ball and see what happens, and pulled out this magnificent brook trout. Look at that gorgeous fish. Look at the colors. Look at the spot pattern. His big eye. Look at that fin. And the vermiculation. Wow. Just a stunning fish here. Let's get him back in the stream. So nice. Beautiful, beautiful female brookie here. So I got the first guy right here. I had a little guy on right by the log, and then whammo, the big guy on the next cast. Sweetness, man. Amazing. Wow, my day is super duper made right now. Let's put it back in and see what happens here. I wasn't expecting that. Fishing with a cane pole as a kid. Oh, there we go, there we go. Oh my God, I had another one on. Jeez. And it had some size to it. Just the water's just a little bit off color. I guess it's not seeing me here. That was amazing. Got me a Canadian. Look at the size of that log. All right, let's just dap the fly in alongside the log here and see if anything comes out for it. Really nice looking water here. This rain is helping stream level right now, and it's not cloudy. Oh, excellent first cast. I think I'm a touch too close though. It's pouring out again. Stream's getting a little bit chocolate now. Really hard to get a fly in it, any of these spots right here. Well, really hard to get a dry dropper. That's a tough combo to precision. So this is the road right here. Looks like it keeps doing multiple stream crossings and stuff. That's not good. Boy, that would be spectacular if it had some depth, which I don't think it does because I got room to cast. This looks like it might be deeper up here. Deeper and undercut off to the right. See if we see anything dart out of here. I don't think there's enough cover there. Though you do have that root ball is nice. I don't have to worry about my dropper making a splash. Raindrops are doing that for me. I need to go more right. I don't want to get stuck on my first cast though. Still too far left. Got to thread the needle and get it right next to the bank. Oh, nice cast. All right, we'll go a little further up now. Another nice cast. Not sure where my fly is though. Nothing hit it. Oh, nice fish. I think it's a brown trout. Might have foul hooked him. I think I did. It's a brookie on the pheasant tail. This guy's a little thin. Gorgeous brook trout there. Nice to be picking up some native brookies. Like I said, we love our wild browns. We really love our native and wild brookies, and picking up a few. So really nice. The pheasant tail, hot spot, bead head. It's a magical pattern, as you well know by now. All right, let's keep it going here. Got some rain coming down. The water's getting a little bit tainted, but it's certainly fishable, and I think it's easier to fish now because we're getting a little bit of depth, even if it's an inch or a half inch, adding some volume. and a little bit off colors, making it easy. We're able to get up on these fish a little bit closer, perhaps. So, good stuff here on Wild Trout Man. Gotta learn to thread the needle. Oof. I think that was a raindrop. I thought it was a rise. I couldn't see my fly. Got this yellow humpy on. All right, I think that's all for here. Picked up a brookie. Can't ask for more than that. Once you get numbers and you want size. Oh. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? Gorgeous little brook trout there. Fabulous. I thought it was done. This guy came and paid a visit. There he goes. Boom, boom, boom. Sweet. Sweet, sweet. Love me some brookies. It happened so quick. I think that was on the dropper again. I don't think he came up for the dry. I'm able to get close with this overcast sky, cloudy, a little bit darker. The water's a little bit tainted here. I'm able to get closer to the fish without spooking them, because the water was crystal clear yesterday. And bright blue sky and sunshine. Ooh, it just had a hit on the dry. Oh, there we go. Nice fish. Yeah, getting some brookies. Oh, got him all tangled. He came up and hit the yellow humpy. What a colors in that guy. Special. Gorgeous. Beautiful. Look at this guy. Look at that magnificent. Look at that. Look at those colors. Look at that. Stunning spot pattern. Ah, yeah. Wow. Good looking fish. Nice big full belly. Yeah, it's overcast, it's rainy, it's cloudy, the water's up, it's a little off color, and those are all key elements as to why having a really nice day. You know, I haven't fished very long at all, and just wham. Other days you gotta really work. Sun's out, beaten down, bright blue sky. The water was so incredibly clear the past couple weeks, actually, especially this past weekend. I've been picking up some trout, but definitely gonna work harder. And it could be a higher quality stream that I'm on as well. But all those factors are coming in and just making this such an enjoyable day in the rain. I'm having fun. It's great. It's great to be here. Great to be alive, and great to be in Class A Wild and Native Trout country. Oh my God, there's another one. Unbelievable. Sorry, little guy. At least you landed in some water. Let's get you back to the main stream here. I think this is 4 trout in this little hole here. Beautiful, stunning. It's probably a second-year fish right there. And boom. Man, yesterday there was no way I could be this close to the fish and be catching them, because the water was so super crystal clear. Got this overcast, clouds, tainted water, and I'm on top of them. And just dropping a fly like 10 feet in front of me, and whammo, they keep hitting it. You could see how much the water is up. All these greens were above water yesterday. Now, it's like an inch or two higher here, because you could see there's not a lot of water to begin with. So this rain really helped out matters. You know you got a good brook trout stream when every riff and run is producing. Got some good casts in there. You know, learn to read the water. I say it all the time, but where that bubble line is, that's where the food channel's coming down. And, you know, hit the undercuts, hit the wood, hit the bank, hit the wood, because they'll hang out there and come darting out. I do those little S shakes to work line out when I can't do a back cast. These pheasant tails have a little bit too heavy of a weight. Not sure what size it is, but that's too heavy for a dry dropper. Better size is right there, and I like the darker head, but I'm going to totally change things up, and I'm going to put on this blowtorch just to change things up here a little bit, see what happens. I could always go back, but the fish are here, so it's a good time to experiment. I already caught a number of brookies and more brook trout than browns, so I do like that. This is the fly I had on yesterday. Killer pattern, an Sable wolf. Just an absolutely wonderful pattern. It's got the white wings, so it's easier to see. And I got this blowtorch as the point. Let's see what happens when we change things up here. Yeah, there should have been something here. This is almost knee deep. Wow. Had to be a fish here. It's probably under there. Nice undercut. Look at that undercut bank right there. It's got trout written all over it. Maybe we have some stream improvement work up here, perhaps. I love those trees bending over the water there, seeking out light. That's why they're bent like that. Just had some guys walking up the trail. They absolutely scared the bejeepers out of me, saying hi. Oh. I said it looks like some stream improvement up ahead. It certainly is. Nature's stream improvement, man. Doesn't get any better than this. Look at that log jam. Whew, man. What's on the other side? So this is the road that I was planning on going up. Man, good thing I turned her. Good thing I stopped when I did. This is, yeah. This is calling for help to get you out. Wow, it's really muddy and deep. Oh man, look at this. Look at this, look at this. Oh, look, the stream breaks in two there. Wow. Yeah. We're talking some very fine stream improvement. Boy, there's definitely fish here. Look at how muddy the water's getting. Definitely getting off color here. There's somebody else's lure, I think, there. This is like spinner water here, streamer water maybe. Imagine there's some pretty decent fish in this hole. Which log are they behind? All right, let's go give this a shot where it empties in. I hear a waterfall to my left. This is awesome exploring stuff like this. Look at this old, from the millennia, this rock formation. Really special. Look at the different layers. Each one was probably a flooding event with some sandstone being deposited. Wow, is that pretty? Look at that. Looks like it breaks into two again above me. But this added a lot of turbidity, was added to the stream here now that I'm on the main branch. Just picked up this little dude, and I believe it is, yeah, definitely a brook trout. Positively ID is a brook trout. Got him right over here. Away he goes. Got him on the little blowtorch right here. Nice. Just dangling my fly in there. It's murky, so you can walk right up to them now. My first one on that fly. So I'm staying on the smaller branch. Got some trees down. Whoa. Let's see if we can get our way through here. Yeah, the stream's getting chocolate. Since I hit that log jam. The log jam, that's where the stream got diverted in two. I lost everything. This is the technique for that. Wrap your fly line around it and then bring it down. Without breaking your rod. Alright. Salvaged my flies. Cool. What I do is I wrap my fly line, not the healthiest thing for your fly line, and then bring the tree branch down that way if my tippet snaps. Awesome. Look at this. Really beautiful. Just picked up another little brookie here. Cameraman was sleeping. Didn't see him hit. And I was just explaining what I do is when I can't see my fly, I just let it float for a little bit, give it time to sink, and like right about now, lift the rod tip. I see my fly there. Let it float, float, float. Nothing happening. Yeah, just got a little small brookie here. I lost track how many, so that's a good day. Got him on the dropper as well. Nice little run. Lots of oxygen coming in there. Now here I'll be able to see my fly. Look at this, we got 3 branches. Plus there's one over here to my left. Man, stunning. This is really good dry dropper water. Now obviously I can be able to see my fly. The splash is just another raindrop. I was expecting a fish there. It's open, no wood. Looks like it has enough depth though. Airborne. You're not a salamander? What do we got? Little native brook trout. Little native brookie there. Sweet. Right there. Door number 1, 2, or 3. Alright, I'm gonna go middle branch. It's got branches going every which way. Oof. Look at this. Oof, look at that. That looks fishy. Let's drop a fly in there. Ooh, he came up for the dry. That's the first one that's come up for the dry in quite a while. Normally you can't do this, but the water's cloudy. Oh! My gosh. He came back, he hit me. That's the first time I got hit by a fish that I hooked. He was launched. That was cool. He came up for the dry. I almost caught him in my mouth. He bounced off my shoulder. Look at how lovely. I must get tired of hearing the same adjectives over and over again. But look at how lovely this is. It's like 5 brook trout streams in one here. It just branches all over the place. I came this way because the mountain is there. But there's a mountain, I guess, on the other side. Oh, respectable cast. Wow, certainly deep enough. I don't see any mud or leaves flying around though. How amazing how this stream splits every which way. A lot of times that's not a good thing, but I think it's healthy here. The sun just came out. Got some sun, fog in the mountain there. It's a Wild Trout Man kind of day. I went left and found these branches. That looks really fishy. Except I'm coming from upstream. Can't get a fly in. Can't fish downstream because you walk in and just create a big cloud of mud. All right, let's fish it up this way. Really unique stream with all this wood everywhere. You know, natural. Nothing cut down here. Oh my God, look at that. Let's try and drop a fly in there. Got lots of wood. Too much wood. Yay. The stream was so big where all the branches were together. Ooh, I think I had a hit. All right, that looks really fishy right there. Now look at this little run over here. God, you don't know where to cast. Got wood, got trout. There's places everywhere for the trout to be. Oh, right between the logs. It's proving to be a difficult spot to get into. Keeping that rod tip high. Come on, somebody hit that. Oh. That's because there's a big 12-incher in there. Smart. Under the log. There he is, right down in there. Hard to get a fly in there floating properly. Wow, that was an exceptional cast. You know, it looks really good there right now, but maybe there just wasn't enough water there yesterday, so the trout haven't moved back into this spot. Oh, look how deep that is. Wow. I think there's certainly something underneath this log. Great little stream improvement there. Mother Nature style. So I just want to go over, what do I have in my survival pack? It's not absolute. You make yours how you feel necessary. Just to give you some ideas, and this is what I threw together for today. And it's pretty much standard what I have. You got to stay dry. So it's an lightweight, no weight, extra rain poncho, just in case it's pouring and you have a fall, you hurt your leg, you twist your ankle, you bust up your knee, you're down, well, for whatever reason, you got to stay dry. So extra rain poncho, a little emergency reflective tent, again to stay dry, trying to stay warm. Very lightweight, very compact. Same deal, an emergency sleeping bag. You know, I think they're like a Teflon, reflects up to 80% of body heat. Again, it's going to keep you dry and somewhat warm in case you have a fall, in case you have anything, whatever you get it, some sort of emergency. If you have some sort of emergency when you're out here by yourself. I got a flashlight, and Ziploc bags are your friend to keep these things dry. An extra flashlight. I have one in my vest as well. Parachute cord. Boy, you could use a million uses for a parachute cord. And a whistle, just to make some noise to let people know where you are. Got a first aid, hiking buddy, first aid kit. You know, it pays to have a multi-tool as well. And a knife, which I have in my vest. An assortment of band-aids, a wound dressing, some gauze, your typical first aid paraphernalia in here, just to get you by. I got some safety pins, a little candle, some more parachute cord, sterile bandages. There is some ointment for bacitracin and some Tylenol and Advil, and you know, compact. Doesn't weigh much. Got a little fire starter kit, some waterproof matches, and a little bit of kindling there to help get a fire going if need be. So a little basic kit. I'm not out in the middle of the Rocky Mountains, but hey, this is Pennsylvania. It's remote, it's desolate, and these are some items that I packed with me today. I got some granola bars and some candy bars and an extra bottle of water here. You know, some food rations. Again, flashlight's key. Definitely need to take an extra flashlight. I mean, I got my phone too as a flashlight. You got to have light to get out of here, and it pays to have that whistle. You may lose your voice with yelling for help. You get the blow whistle, nice and easy. Always let someone know where you're going. Where's your route? What time you expect to be back? You know, little things like that. You know, it can help. You know, turn a bad moment into a not so bad moment. So there it is. That's my pack for today. Like I said, I got a knife and a multi-tool. Just dropped my fly rod. Going downstream. All right, over and out. This is a really nice spot. Look at this big chunky log. Look at how deep it is here. I didn't expect, you know, first time fishing this stream in this spot, I didn't expect it to be so deep here. I think I would have fished it a little bit harder. A dry dropper is amazing, but that dropper, you only have a certain fixed length. you may need sometimes to add a second dropper to get it down to this waist deep pool that I'm in here under a big chunky log. All right, let's head back upstream and pick up another brookie. All fits in a nice Ziploc bag. Make sure that stays tight. Make sure that stays zipped. Right in the, I got this fish pond vest. I really like it. It's a short vest. Has lots of pockets. My flies stay dry because they're up higher when I'm wading in deep water. And I get to slip this little first aid emergency pack right in the back of my vest. Works perfectly, just like that. Slip on my vest. I attach my net with a magnet. That goes on last. You know, another thing to mention is I have a really nice rain jacket that I'm wearing right now. This Orbis rain jacket is fabulous. So having a good solid outer layer to keep you dry. I got some excellent waders here too. I got the Orbis guide waders, solid wader, keeps me dry. It's got extra padding in the knees and it's in, you know, the critical areas. I had these for a while, beat the heck out of them. You see the type of terrain I'm on with these things. And I got my Sims boots. That's you know, it's a winning combination there too. It's got the felt, it's got the cleats, and it keeps me upright when I'm, you know, hopscotching away through this you know, menagerie of fallen trees and cliffs and ledges and boulders. So really nice to have both the felt, the cleats, good solid wading boot, nice waders, and my rain jacket with a hood. It keeps me dry. I am, you know, it was pouring out before. I am totally dry. So got to stay dry. You know, dry, fishing dry is fishing happy. So, you know, it may, you know, you got to invest a little bit in some quality gear. Fly rod in hand. Let's move on. Really beautiful nature stream improvement log there. Just hoping to pick something up. Boy, it's nice and deep. Nice cast. Nothing happening. Boy, things have shut down. When it was raining out earlier, boy, it was just really productive. Every run, every riff was producing. Water's up, stream is flowing harder, and the action is slowed. This is a gorgeous run, which earlier I think would have produced big time, but yeah, for whatever reason things have slowed it down. This looks to be a good dry dropper run. Right there. Come on, whammo. Yeah, interesting. That should have produced. Change it up. I'm gonna put my Stonefly on. Just get down deeper. This guy hasn't been used yet. We'll keep him fresh. This guy had a caddis case on him yesterday. This is the one I was using yesterday. I caught that big brown yesterday on that one. So let's put this guy on, see what happens. The water's, since the water has gotten a little bit higher still and a little bit more turbid, things have shut down. So and this is back on the main stream now, so the water's deeper, the channels, the runs are deeper. I don't think my dropper's getting down far enough. This Stonefly should get down. No dropper, straight, tight line, Euro nymph style, nymphing, Wild Trout Man style. There's got to be some big yellow stoneflies in the stream. Didn't lift any rocks. It's definitely got a great macroinvertebrate population. I'm sure stoneflies are part of it. All right, let's see if we can pick something up here. I love my yellow stonefly. proven pattern. Oof. Proven to catch logs. Thought I had one. Ooh, just had a really nice hit. We're gonna go upstream and fish this. Fish it down. All right, potential to pick one up here. There we go. Ah, man, it's freaking leaf. That's funny. Come on. Right there. Oof. Off the log. Bonus points. Maybe there's brown trout in the main branch. And there's fewer fish. Got some big deep holes here. This is like brown trout would love this stuff. Man, this is amazing, this place. The force of the water to do this damage. I think this is where the two branches, two different streams. I think this is the spot. Nice hole there. There was just a rise here. God. Ooh, just had a hit. Put on a streamer, olive streamer. All right, it's time to pack it in. Getting a little spooky. Hopefully they'll be back soon. Remnants of a bygone era. All that's left is the chimney. Look at that place. Huh. Wow. Hopefully it has some good stories. So the stream is off to my left, the main stream. The little smaller branch over here to the right is what I fished on the way up. It did really, really well. Home sweet home. Haha. Good timing getting back. Still got a little bit of daylight to get out of here. Look at that mess. This is what I'm going down. Gotta get through there. I went through that one. I said, oh my God, no more. That one was a little tough. So hopefully we get out of here. I'm hot. I'm thirsty. I'm hungry. I'm tired. I'm sore. But I had a hell of a time. All right. Let's get the gear off. Whew. That was fun. Magical. God, talk about a wild area. Yeah. This is magic, and we're so lucky to have these areas left in Pennsylvania. Beautiful, wild, remote areas like this. I wasn't expecting a road. You know, I was expecting a dirt road, but not this. This is pretty. And I didn't expect to be traveling across the creek. I am not a fan of that. I see the ATVs doing it, and just you're ripping up the stream bottom. You're making erosion. You're taking down the stream bank. All the sediment you create. So that's not good. But this whole place is magical. I did really, really well on this branch right here where I'm parked. And I thought that was the main stream. But there's another branch, a bigger branch off to my right. And there's actually a cabin in between these two. I don't know how that thing has survived all the floods. But I did super well when I got here. It was raining. The creek was not muddy or turbid, or it was a slight bit tainted at that time. And just was, you know, every riff was having action. And then once I got up to that place where I said, oh my gosh, this looks like there's some stream improvement. It was some nature stream improvement, just all those huge logs across. So that kind of held the water back. It was all muddy up and through there. And from that section on up, where that was like the main stream, which then broke into like 5 different channels, I had less action. Not sure why. The stream came up about 4 or 5 inches, I believe. It became more off color as time went on as well. So those are probably all factors. And another thought I had was, okay, I'm fishing this little smaller branch, catching a whole bunch of brookies. Caught one first fish was a brown. I don't think I caught another brown after that. Maybe one other. Max 2, but I think I just caught that first one as a brown. And then it was all brookies, maybe a dozen brookies perhaps. I don't even know, I lost count. But almost all of them in that small branch. And then when I hit the main branch, there was less action. And maybe because it's a smaller branch, there's not some bigger browns chomping down all the brookies there perhaps. I don't know. That was a thought I had. And again, I love the native brookies. You know, wild browns certainly have their place. This whole invasive, every brown is bad, is not my thing. But we got to do more to protect the native brook trout. And one is some of these Class A native brook trout, Class A wild trout streams, make them no-kill native brookie. You know, you got to know what a brook trout is, but no-kill native brookie, and you can harvest the brown if you like. You know, it's probably not going to be my thing, but you know, maybe someone else. But you know, keep the brookies here. No-kill native brookies. We got to protect them in that sense. We need watersheds like that. We're no-kill native brookie watershed. Because we got big watersheds. You know, big watersheds with browns. Those browns are there. They're solid. They're not going anywhere. But we do have to do more to preserve our native brook trout. On that note, it's time for me to fly. And another point to mention, which goes along with all of this, is stop stocking these Class A wild trout streams. That's number one. You know, you got, whether it's wild browns and native brookies, there's no need. Why do you want to stock that thing? just because it's been done for years and years and that's their tradition. Oh man, it's time for a new tradition. Time to preserve the wild trout. Stop stocking streams like this. I'm like, this is nature at its best. And you see those fish when I catch them, the beauty in that fish. I caught a rainbow yesterday and it was like, you know, or was that 2 days ago? The first day we got here, 2 days ago. Caught a stocked rainbow. I'm like, I didn't even want to take attempt to take a picture of it because it's just, there's no beauty in that stocked fish like there is. It's beauty, you know, it's got its own kind of beauty, but nothing like a wild trout. These wild trout, man, they are absolutely stunning, you know, as you have seen. Love this Orvis rain jacket. Man, this thing kept me totally dry. And yeah, wow, beautiful. Quality workmanship there. All right, it's time to four-wheel it out of here. I'm gonna break this rod down. So let's just toss this in the back, and there we go. It's a Wild Trout Man vehicle right there. All right, closing up shop. Full day of exploration here. That's how I like it. Really awesome. Hopefully my buddy Will had a nice safe ride home too. It was really fun out here with him doing our Wild Trout Man adventure. All right, here we go. All right, wow. Seems like that got deeper. Hopefully the stream is still passable. Oh man, another screen. So we got stream crossings here, jeez. Let's clear that rock. Alright, that was good. Which way do we go? Shoot. I don't know which way to go. Let's check all trails. Looks like we want to go left. Alright, this is our last stream crossing right here. Hopefully it's not ripping. We're gonna make it, we're gonna float away here. Let's go.